grammar lessons. Let's check out the topic for today. Boy running. Yes, that's how we describe the picture, right? But there can be some questions related to it. Is he running fast? Is he running fastest? Is he running, slowly? So we can further describe the action as fast and slow. Then this picture shows dancers. They are dancing, and we can describe the action of dancing too by gracefully. So what do we call these words who are describing actions? That is verbs. Let's find out. Yes, you guessed it right. Adverbs. Adverbs are modifiers like adjectives, just that they do not modify noun and pronoun like adjectives. So what do they actually modify? If you will think, you will find the answer in your mind because you have already studied this topic, adverbs. And adverbs are words that modify or give more information about a verb. They can also give more information about an adjective. Then they can give more information or modify another adverb as well. Yes, or even a whole sentence they can modify. If you add an adverb at the start of a sentence, it can modify the entire sentence. They often end in ly, but some look exactly the same as an adjective. Their adjective counterparts and adverb, the same words are used as adjective and adverbs. Now, this activity we did in class, we'll just quickly move through it. You can pause the video and try and do the action and describe and practice, and then write in your rough book. Now what we are going to study further is kinds of adverbs. So a few of the adverbs we have studied in the last class itself, and there are new additions too, and one more extra thing is there, the position of the adverbs. So we will learn how to place adverbs in a sentence too in this chapter. Adverb of manner. The adverbs that answer the question how something happens. In most cases of adverbs of manner, you can take an adjective and simply add an ly to form it. Adverb formation also is a topic that we will learn in this lesson. Okay, and for example, the cat is quick. Here the quick is an adjective. Instead of describing a noun, an adverb, because it describes modifies a verb, then here in this sentence it is describing the word cat, which is a noun. Okay, so when it is an adverb, we cannot write quick because it has to describe an action. Yes, so the next sentence, the cat runs quickly. Now you see here, quickly is not describing the cat. Quickly is describing the verb runs. So adverb of manner tells us the way or how to do something. And remember, not all the adverbs end with ly. The words like slow, well, they do not end with ly, but they are adverbs. Now, position of adverb of manner. It is usually placed after the object when the verb is transitive, and after the main verb if the verb is intransitive. In that case, it will not take an object. So, the adverb of manner will be placed directly after the main verb. But when we have to emphasize, it has to be placed before the main verb. When you are trying to emphasize on the manner in which the action is done. Okay. Now, see the examples All are placed after the verb or when the verb is transitive, like plays the violin or plays the piano. It is placed after the object, otherwise it is placed directly after the main verb. And here for emphasis, it is placed before the verb. She gently rocked the baby to sleep. So the emphasis is on how the baby is rocked. Now adverb of place. Adverb of place describes where an action takes place. Not the exact place, but a word that gives you a suggestion. Indoors, upstairs, nearby. If you give the direct address, then it will be a noun. Remember that. So the adverb of place examples are here. See, outside, down, everywhere, downstairs, and you usually find them placed after the main verb or the object of the verb. Now adverbs of time. Adverb of time is that tells us more about a verb when the action happened or will happen. For example, afterwards, every day, recently, they describe time. When? They answer the question when. And it can also describe the duration of an event. It can show you when an action is complete. And you usually find them at the end of a sentence. They sometimes go in the front position for emphasis too. Whenever they move to the front position, remember, they will be for emphasizing. Then they can be placed between the helping verb and the main verb too. Here are a few examples. See, yesterday came first for emphasizing. Then eventually also came before finish for emphasizing. Now frequency. Adverb of frequency expresses how often something takes place. In other words, it explains the intensity of the occurrence. Yes, and it is usually found in the form subject, then adverb and then verb. So it is placed before the verb. But sometimes it may go in front position for emphasis or can be placed between the helping verb and main verb too. In addition, like daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, there can be words that describe the frequency answer, how often, more specifically too. Like always wakes, rarely eats, never take a sick leave. See? Now you need to understand and remember the usage of how often. That means adverb of frequency words that are commonly used. So how often is represented by percentage and then the words are given. So you need to keep this in mind. Then degree. It tells you about the intensity of something happened, to what extent it was done. And it is placed before the adjective, adverb or verb that they modify. There are some exceptions. As I have always told you, English is a language where you will find an exception of every rule. So, see the examples. We have already studied these all in the last classes. Okay, extremely cold. The intensity of cold, quite interesting. Too slow, very fast. All are telling the intensity of the action. Then interrogative. Why, where, when and how. These are the words we mostly use. And an interrogative adverb starts a question. And remember, the second word after it will always be a verb if it is used as an adverb. Now interrogative adverbs are used to ask different questions. When is asked for time related, where is for place, why is for reasons, then how is the most quickie one, because it can also ask manner, then time, then amount, and then frequency, how quickly, how soon, how many, how much, how often, and even degree. So how can ask many questions. Now the next topic that we have to study is formation of adverb. The rules that we need to keep in mind are, by adding suffixes ly, we make adverbs. Suffix is a letter or group of words added to the end of the word. Okay. Now, in some cases, they are just added, nothing additional. But when the adjective ends with y, we replace y with an I. Then, if the adjective ends with ical, then add the suffix ly simply. Okay, no changes. Only with y, we need to change the y with I. So anytime you find an adjective that is ending with ical, also we add ly. Then if it is ending with le, we replace e with y. Then if it is ending with ic, we simply add ally. So these things you have to keep in mind. Some remain the same, there are no changes. Then sometimes we use suffixes word, words and wise too. Okay. These suggest manner, direction or reference. Sometimes they completely change. Like for adjective good, the adverb is well. That you need to keep in mind. Then some exceptions. Friendly, silly, lonely and lively have ly, but they cannot be used in adverbs. Like an adverb, they are adjectives. And to form the adverb of the word public, we must add ly. Public, publicly. Okay. So, we understood the ly rules. We understood that for making manner, direction and reference, we can add word, words and wise. Specifically word and words, they suggest direction. Remember that. Some adjectives, they change completely when we make them an adverb. Like for good, the adverb is well. You have to keep that in mind. And not all ly words are adverbs. Some remain adjective. And some adjectives remain the same when they are used as adverb. Remember, no word is particularly something. They all can be used as other parts of speeches. So we have to see how the word is used in the sentence and not just look at a word and decide that this is verb and this is adjective and this is adverb. It completely is dependent on how you are using it in a sentence. Yes? Okay. Now we will meet with the next video that will be of pronoun. Till then, take care, keep learning.